go to the studio. The studio. All right, go to the studio. Girl, you need to go to the studio so you can title your stuff. Testing, testing, turkey sandwich, T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ollie, accent free. Can you hear me? Ooh, my screen is dirty. The screen is dirty. Okay, let me see if I can hear this part. Let me be quiet. Let me put in my earmuffs so I can test it out. Got the first portion down. Testing, testing, T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, turkey sandwich. Alright, turkey sandwich. Alright, let me see if I can hear myself correctly. Hello, Elay, are you there? I have to refresh the page in order to see if it's on. Okay. Okay, let me turn up the volume. Audio check. Elay. Perfect. It's good. I can hear all right. Now let me go to the streamer part so I can get this set up. Next on the list of things to do. Dashboard. I have 2 of them open. Content. Let me put the title in here. That'll really help. Title and upcoming. The picture should be saved so everyone can see what it is. Let me go. Jello. Jello and Jello Jiggly. No, Jello Flubber. Jello Flubber and Jello Flubber jellyfish and Jiggly Foods. Jiggly Foods. Yay! So Jiggly is spelled Jiggly, correct? That's what today's topic is going to be about. There. Jello, Flubber, and Jiggly Foods. Where do I want to begin? Today is October. I think it's October 16th, 16-25 and save. Good morning, Tarsus. How are you doing? I'm over here, excuse me, relabeling my video and putting the topic in the header. I made the thumbnail and I'll be talking about Jello and practically things that are jiggly. I will be talking about Jello, jellyfish, Flubber, like from the movie, and possibly P-O-S-S-I-A-B-L, is spelled P-O-S-S-I-B-L-Y, all things jiggly, J-I-G-G-L-Y. There. So I have that in there. I thought about the today's topic yesterday, and I'm happy I remembered it. I almost forgot I planned the topic earlier. You know why? It's because I didn't write it down yesterday, and I'm happy because I was able to remember it this morning. Boy, you want to talk about achieving milestones? I'm achieving milestones. Let me type in Jello and for my hashtags. So how are you guys doing? I am good. I'm putting some hashtags in my description box so the video can be better categorized. So I'm putting in Jello and I put in jellyfish and then I'm going to put in Flubber. I like that movie. I haven't seen the Flubber movie in years. Flubber movie starred Robin Williams. I miss Robin Williams, aka Genie of the Lamp. Jiggly food. And put food. And put jiggle. J-I. That's how jiggle with the J or a G. Jiggle. I think jiggle is with a G. That's giggle. So jiggle is with the J. Because Jigglypuff from Pokemon, I believe her name is spelled with a G. Jigglypuff. 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 Jello. Ew, Jello pudding, Jello salad. Is that a such thing? So I was going through putting in the hashtags at the bottom of the description, and I hashtag Jello, right? And then when I was typing in Jello, there were other hashtags available for me to use to categorize today's topic. And when I was typing in Jello, it had Jello salad, Jello pudding. I'm like, Jello salad. What the H is Jello salad? I think I'm getting ready to lose yesterday's lunch. Jello pudding. I'm going to put that in there. Oh, man. Hey, it's an acquired taste. I have not tried, to my knowledge, I have not tried Jello pudding or Jello rice. I know we were struggling when we were growing up financially. And I don't know if I had Jello pudding or Jello rice and my mom just told me it was something else. I don't think that's ever happened. Or has it? Dun dun. Yo, dun dun. Cue creepy music. Yo, dun dun. Yo, dun dun. I'm scared. No need to be scared, child. It's just a little Jello pudding. I'll pass. And like, why do they show Jello? Why do they serve Jello in hospitals? That's where I should lead off with. Let me put that. Hey there. So let me write that down. I don't know why then. Let me put it back on. Did my tablet shut off? Unacceptable. Unacceptable! That's what Lemon Grab says on. Not Chowder. Lemon Grab says that on Adventure Time. I'm looking for my ink pen. I had to look through here. Found it. So today's topic is Jello. And let me put into my royal notes 10/16/2025. Replay gang. I am in the midst of setting up. Let's see here. 10/16/25. So this is the part most people will probably skip. But I like AI overview summary now because after the video was processed from live stream, it tells people where they can jump in at where they want to. So I'll put the topic there, and then why? My first question is, why do hospitals serve Jello? This is my first question at hand. Hey, good morning. How are you doing, Mr. Salty? I'm doing great. I'm just writing my topic down so I can stay in order. I don't want to lose too much of a track of what I'm doing. Let me put jiggle in here. They might have I think they might have a jellyfish emoji. It seems like I've seen the jellyfish emoji the day before yesterday or something. Let me type in jelly, y'all. This might be a jellyfish. I think this is a jellyfish emoji. It might show up. I'm doing great, Mr. Salty. Ah, look it. So on my cell phone, I have an Android, Team Android. I'll probably lose all of my following because I said Team Android. This is supposed to be a picture of a jellyfish, so it may not show up. For those of you who can not see the emojis, EMOJ, that I put up, they are supposed, let's see, to be jellyfish. Jelly, 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 jelly. Wow! If we had little jelly jars, that would be cute too, right? I think so too. So my first question is, why do they serve Jello at the hospital? Let me type that in. Oh no, that's not the picture I want to use. The computer is alive and I can prove it. Like in the Chucky movie, part 1, she was like, Chucky is alive and I could prove it. The detective / police looked at her like she was crazy. He was like, what? He was basically trying to shoot her off like, look, I gotta go, lady. You've had me going around the town looking crazy. It's late. It's dark. I gotta get up in 2.3 hours to do this all over again. I'm just coming off of a 12-hour shift, about to roll back into another 12-hour shift, and you want to come all the way down here from your top floor apartment and tell me that a doll named Chucky is alive and you can prove it? They don't pay me enough for this, lady. I'm out of here. And she's like, no, please, don't go. I'm like, leave. So why do they serve Jello in hospitals? This is my first question I'm adding in for today. And let me put a bullet point in there. I have a pen, so I'm going to put that in there. PIN spells pen. And here's the question I'm asking. Why do they serve Jello in hospitals? So, shouts out to AI Overview for providing this answer to my question that I wanted to know. I wanted to know this question. I'm going back in my childhood because, like on TV especially and cartoons often, when they'll show a hospital scene and the patient has to be in there getting food, they'll always have Jello on the tray and they'll emphasize the Jello and it be shaken, really intensely, right? And then in addition to that, like when I would go to hospitals to visit people or whatever, or even senior citizens' homes, they always serve Jello. Back in my time, they always serve Jello on the plate. And as a child, I always wondered, why do they serve Jello on the plate? I'm quite sure my parents, mainly my mom, did give me an answer to it, but it was an answer that wasn't good enough for me. We were in the times when they had actual encyclopedias, so you would have to go to the library, go to the reference section, and go through and choose whatever encyclopedia set you wanted to look through. Encyclopedia Britannica, Encyclopedia for Children. Get the letter J off of the shelf, look for Jello, and hope that it made it in the encyclopedia. And read about Jello. In addition to that, all it would do in the encyclopedia would just tell you what Jello is, but it wouldn't go into detail and tell you, like, why do they serve Jello in hospitals. So you still will be kind of stuck trying to ask questions. It was like limited if you lived with people who had a limited thought process of thinking outside of the box. It was limited Learning was limited in toxic situations where people were lazy minded and just one track minded for the wrong thing. So if I wanted to learn why they serve Jello in hospitals, that meant I would have to ask friends, to which I didn't have, and I would have to try to ask the teacher. The teachers would usually give you a good roundabout, so if we were talked about that in school, if we had time and we can interact and engage with the teachers in school, at least my mind always goes back to fourth grade. And so, wow, what's going on, Judge Shady Court? I'm up here talking with my eyes closed, trying to go back, remember when I was in fourth grade. So yeah, good morning. Where are my people? Well, good morning, Just Shady Core. Happy Thursday to you. It's Friday. Today is my Friday. Thursdays are my Fridays. What day is it for you for your Fridays? Thursdays are my Friday. This is my last day being on here, technically. All rise, Your Honorable Judge Shady Court is in here. All rise for the judge. Good morning, Judge Shady Court and Tarsus and everyone else. Thank you so much for that announcement. Yes, Thursdays is my day off too. So I was saying that to say, as far as getting questions when I was younger, we had to use the encyclopedia. And if I had a simple question like today's topic, why do they serve Jellos like in places like that? We had the encyclopedia, and if I didn't know anybody in the medical field, to which I didn't growing up, I was stuck asking the teacher those questions. And in our extra free time, if I remembered to ask the teacher questions, I could ask the teacher, why do hospitals and nursing homes serve Jello? If it wasn't for the teacher giving me a lead, I'd be stuck. So I was stuck growing up not having answers to simple questions. And so that meant I would have to, if my parents were willing, they would be like, well, let's go ask a nurse. They weren't going to do that. So I'm stuck holding the bag. Judge Shady Core says, I believe Jello calms the stomach. See, now look at here, look at here, look at here. Oh, look at here. Shout out to that late great comedian who said that, Bernie Mac. Your answer was better. Your answer was way better, So, and it makes more sense. It just makes more sense. It's not like, girl, because they do. I'm like, that's not good enough. Girl, because they do is not going to get me. That's not a fulfilling answer. Your answer was well thought out. Let's just say this, it would have made the kids be quiet and be like, oh, okay. Judge Shady Court said they serve Jello in hospitals and senior citizens home because it makes their stomachs feel settled. That's a solid answer. It's way better than just because they do. Now get out. That's why we're not going anywhere in life. I like your answer. So my first question is, I typed it into AI Overview, and it says, thank you, AI Overview. It says, Jello is often served in hospitals for several reasons. You are more than welcome. Remember Keanu movie? He was like, you're more than welcome. I'm like, dang, okay. Jello is often served in hospitals for several reasons. And see, she was right, y'all. Your Honorable Judge Shady Court says for digestion. And this is what AI Overview said. Easy digestion. Jello is soft, smooth food that is easy for patients with digestive issues or those recovering from surgery to consume. Now, when I had surgery, they gave me fried chicken. So I don't know. Maybe since my health insurance is next to nothing, they was like, let the girl eat. We just want her happy and off our backs and get her out of here. Because I swear they gave me fried chicken legs soon as I got out from under the operation table. But hey, hey, it just could be all about the insurance. So once again... Jello improves moral for patients. What? I mean, who wouldn't like some Jello? That's so funny. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. LOL. I cannot, y'all. I cannot. I'll put some crying laughing emojis in here. Let me put crying laughing. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Laughin'. I may have spelled laughing wrong. I have not downloaded the Grammarly spell check app into my computer. And until I do, words gonna be spelled wrong. Hydration. Jello is primarily water. Really? I thought Jello was primarily Jello. Help her. Somebody help her. Okay, so hydration. Jello is primarily water. Comma, providing hydration to patients who may be dehydrated due to illnesses or medical procedures. Now, having learned that fun fact, I think I'll start going back to eat Jello. I never thought Jello would be for hydration. Did you? Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that Jello would be good for hydration. I just thought you look at it. It's just for decoration. Jello, you just look at it and watch it jiggle and it make you fall asleep. You know, look at the Jello, you fall asleep instead of counting sheep. Look at the Jello. Hey, I hear you. Now please sit down. No, that's a thought. You know, hospitals are busy, nursing homes are busy. Heck, parents watching 125 kids are busy. So Jello will be the perfect thing to serve them, because when Jello jiggles, it's like what is the word? You cannot remove your eyes from it. Just like when you go to the pet store and you go to the fish tank section, it's the same fish swimming over and over in a tiny bit of water, but it's a hypnotic, soothing situation. Here you find yourself at the pet store over 12 hours, haven't put anything in your cart, but you realize you're still stuck there looking at the fish go by. Kind of like Jello. So, Jello could be low-key that. Give them some Jello, they'll fall asleep. It's good entertainment. So that could be added on to the list of why Jello was served at these places. Yes, I am smart. Over the years, I have gathered so much knowledge. Now I'm on here sharing my wealth of knowledge with all of my cool peeps. You can never walk away saying, I have not learned nothing from LA. I have not learned nothing. So now we know that Jello was good for hydration. Something I'll probably start incorporating in my life, so I don't have to drink flavored water each and every hour of the day. Flavored water. Nutrition, really? Jello contains gelatin. Duh. What else is it supposed to contain? Sticks? Oh man, y'all, I'm still stuck on the first question, and we're like 1 million hours into this video. Yes, this Jello would contain sticks and leaves. Oh, that might be the healthier choice. Yeah, let's get the Jello that's mixed with sticks and leaves. Yeah, that's the healthy choice. Jello is healthy. You cannot get any healthier than that. Is it me or am I wrong? Once upon a time in the early 90s, I swear I thought I saw Jello Light. What in the world is Jello Light? That's just like saying, oh, I'm going to get me some diet water. I'm trying to watch my figure. Diet water, Jello Light, a light salad. I'm like, woman, if you don't go eat something, you making me tired. Just listening to you talk about this weak palette of food. I cannot. I walk away from the table like, girl, I'm gone. Where are you going? I'm going to order DoorDash because apparently what y'all serving today is nothing. Have mercy. Have mercy on us all. And have mercy on the poor people who are walking around here ordering diet waters and Jello Lights. That's not going to get you anywhere in life. except for you falling out on the sidewalk when you do your morning jog. And heaven forbid you get lightheaded and fall out on the sidewalk. Here in Georgia, on the bad day, on the good day, we have random animals walking around like wolves, coyotes, hyenas, elephants breaking out a wild animal safari, lions breaking out a wild animal safari. So you go on one of those trails and you happen to fall out in the middle of the trail because you eating light. And that's the day the wild animal safari be like, boom, 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 boom. Do. Breaking news, lions have escaped once again from wild animal safari here in Georgia. People are urged to stay inside the houses because this time it's gone deep into the trail. Where the lady at? Hey, where the lady at? Hey, yeah, it's gonna be cause the lady about to get ate by a lion. Cause that lion done broke free from wild animal safari again, and he's hungry. Lady, run! I can't run! Ah, my ankle! Run, woman, run! Ah! Dun, dun, dun. Sounds like another Halloween movie. This sounds just like that every time. Diet water sounds rich. Don't it sound like that? Gelatin for cows or horses. I don't know what Jello is made out of, but that's a fine question. But in the light of being in the informational technological era now, I'm a little nervous to ask the computer what Jello was made out of. Because right now, AI overview was unfiltered and it's going to tell us the absolute truth. But give it some time. When they start working, unfortunately, AI to work in their favor, it's going to bend the word. It's going to bend the truth. So I better be bold and type it in while we're getting the truth from AI before they get in there. It's just a matter of time before they fix AI to stop telling us the truth. So I'm going to write that down. Thank you for asking that, Tarsus, because I may forget. So what is Jello made out of? Girl, Jello is made out of Jello. Next question. I roll. Kids going around here asking me 50,000 questions. I'm pretending to be an over-exaggerated example of my mom talking on the phone to her sisters. Girl, my daughter around here asking me 11 questions. I knew I should have told her to go to school, but I didn't feel like taking her, so I told her to sit down here, watch TV, and I called the school and told them she's sick. Yes, boss, we sick. And now she asking me all these questions. What's she asking? She gonna ask me what Jello made out of. I told her, I don't know what Jello made out of. Jello was made out of Jello. Then I gave her a box of Jello and told her to figure it out. Thank God I'm grown. I don't have to live under those types of circumstances anymore. What is Jello made from? So I will be bold, Tarsus, and that will be my next question. Once I get back to reading why in the world they served Jello in the first place. Judge Shady Court knew it right off the top. She is highly educated. She's got multiple degrees. So, of course she knew that answer. Multiple degrees. Man, her purse, have y'all seen Judge Shady Court's purse? It's heavy because it's filled with doctorates, MBAs, all the degrees that you can ask for. She got them. She is a wealth of knowledge. That's why you should go to Judge Shady Court when you're done watching me. Catch her in the live or catch her in the replay game. If you want to know what's going on in YouTube, I do. I like listening to her. She had me laughing. I'll be like, what's going on today in YouTube? Oh, they did what? Let me get my popcorn. Oh my goodness. So back to why do they serve Jello in hospitals? Comfort food. Now, I never thought Jello to be comfort food, guys. Speaking of comfort food, didn't Oprah likes comfort food? When I used to watch Oprah Winfrey, get with the program. Hey, yeah. Oprah. That's when Oprah was real good. Oprah had an episode when she talked about comfort food. And that's when I picked up the term comfort food. That's when I learned about comfort food. Jello is easy to digest. You can literally inhale it. And she said Jello PhD. I like that. Right. You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Yes. See, y'all have all the answers for me today. Let me put a little love in the chat. Thank you guys so much for providing me with answers. There's some mega hearts loaded up. Mega hearts. For those of you who are inquiring, here's a YouTube tip. I've been in YouTube all a long time, but I'm still trying to learn all this stuff myself. My husband picked me up a really nice, inexpensive, powerful computer from Amazon. It's gently used for under $50. So that's what I'm using so I can interact with my cool peeps, and I'm running my live stream from my Android. It's a minimalistic basic setup, but it helps me stay focused, and so I can keep talking with you guys. And sometimes on a super turbo day when I get lots of people in the chats, I'll be able to scroll up on my other computer and be able to see what's going on. Kill Gladys Knight. What's going on? She's stuck again. Gladys! Oh, man. I haven't been able to throw that in for a long time. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, man. Gladys Knight. Oh, man. So Jello is deemed comfort food. Jello is a familiar and comforting food for many patients, especially children. See? It can help to improve their moods and reduce stress. Now I'm reading something about the children. I think King Pang, the official King Pang, he'd be like, what about the children? I mean, shouts out to the official King Pang. Oh, period. I like listening to him too. So now that we know Jello is comfort food, I didn't even know that. My dad ate Jello all the time, but he started eating Jello because he had to go on a diet. That's another story, and we'll leave it at that. Post-surgical diet. Jello often includes in clear liquid diets. Oh yeah, the liquid diet. So that goes back to me talking about salads. I'm talking about salads that are tired, delayed, and through. The salads that just have lettuce in it and grass. Nothing else. So, and diet water, diet Jello. So, post-surgical diet. Jello is often included in clear liquid diets after surgery, as it is easy to digest and does not put pressure on the digestive system. Y'all, real talk, I had like fibroids, and when I got all of my fibroids removed, I didn't get served Jello. They just brought in a tray of food. What did I have after my surgery? Y'all, I was eating solid food. I can say that. Look, hey, I'm not a doctor nor am I a nurse, but AI overview telling me after the surgery I should have had Jello. So I think a lawsuit might be in question here. You know what, bro? I think you might be right. I think I should sue the hospital for denying me Jello. It could have interrupted the healing process. Sure, no. Hoo. You're right. Now, please have a seat. So, moving forward, I did not get served Jello I don't even think I got sherbet. But all I can say though, the food was good. That's right. The nurse ate my Jello. That's it. That's all. That's where we gonna leave it. I passed some comments. Let me see. Jello was so cheap. I made a. Oh my gosh! Really? What color? What flavor was the Jello that you made, Tarsis? We have the traditional red Jello. Then we have the green Jello. Hey, what's going on, Chile? Welcome in. The cool peeps in our here hanging around on this fine Thursday morning, catching some good vibes, talking about Jello. Do you know I'm half an hour in and I'm still on the first question. Why do they serve Jello in hospitals? I'm getting so many answers. We had your honorable Judge Shady Court in here, and she knew it off the bat. She's got so many degrees. She was like, because it helps with digestion. And that's the same exact thing AI Overview led in with at the top. I'm like, wow. I'm circling back to this because I was thinking about childhood when I would ask my mom simple questions, and we had to go to the Encyclopedia Britannica or the Webster's Dictionary or the thesaurus to get questions answered to simple questions, or call around on the phone to be like, do you know what this is? No, but I might know somebody else who know this, and it take all day just to get the answer. But now with the power of technology, we can get simple questions answered. The flavor was raspberry with chunks of, oh my gosh. That reminds me of the Jello on the Rugrats cartoon. Dee Dee Pickles, they were having some type of gathering. And everybody gathered at Dee Dee Pickles' house, which is Tommy Pickles' house, right? Dee Dee Pickles, Stu, was it Drew? No, Stu Pickles is Dee Dee's husband's name and Tommy Pickles' dad. So Rugrats, they had a gathering. And when she opened the door, somebody gave her a Jello mold, and it was really jiggly, and it had floaty stuff in it. And they started playing this music like emphasizing that the Jello was like ew, gross, and also at the same time emphasizing like the balancing act that she had to do to balance the Jello that was jiggling really hot, because it was like a three-tier, like they have three-tier layer cakes, but the Jello was a three-tier Jello mold, and she had to balance it all the way from the front door to the back of the house to the kitchen. And when she opened up her refrigerator, there was more Jello molds in the refrigerator. She didn't know where to place it. So when you said that, it made me think of that. The Jello. Jello. The Jello. I cannot. The Jello is real, y'all. So let me put in here, for those of you who are coming in, even though the topic is in the title, I still like to put it in here. Why do they serve Jello in hospitals? So that's where we are currently. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming in. Good morning. The time for me is 5:41 a.m. It is Thursday, of course, and I believe it's October 16th, 2025. Thank you for pushing the like button when you come in. We're only a half hour in, and we're getting likes allotted for in the chat box. Thank you so much. The bullet point that we are on right now is, she said bullet. You can't say stuff like that. You might get in trouble with the YouTube authorities. Please sit down. Don't start talking like that. We doing good over here. Historical reason. Historical reason. Jello is often included in clear liquid diets after surgery, as it is easy to digest and does not put pressure on the digestive system. I was really thinking about incorporating Jello into my dietary needs. I had no idea that Jello had all these beneficial reasons. Like Tarsa said, in the back of my mind, is cheap, and it's the cheap dessert. You know, in my parents' time, they would call it poor man's food. I'm like, y'all gotta just be so negative about everything. Let's not label it that. Let's lift up the Jello to make it exciting. So when it's served in the house, it don't have this accursed undertone. Thank you, Father, for my cheap aid food it's all we can afford. Amen. Okay, y'all, eat your cheap food and go to bed. What? Where's the appreciation? Let's all go back to Appreciation Theory 101, the art of appreciation. Please and thank you. So once again, the historical reason, Jello has been served in hospitals for many years. Dating back to the early 20th century. It was believed that the gelatin in Jello could help promote wound healing. Is that true? Yeah. Look, I have another question that I want to ask, to which I want answers for. So this is question number 3. Question number 3, to which I need to write down. It says here, I want to know, can Jello promote wound healing? Is it true? Can Jello promote PROMOTE WOUND healing? From my point of view, Jello is happiness because it's jiggly and it's colorful, bright, and bouncy. So it makes happiness. So my answer is yes, in theory. Yes, in theory. In theory, Jello can promote healing because it makes you happy. And they say laughter is healing. So that's my take on it. That's the answer I'm going to rest into until I actually get to the AI overview question of it all. Because gelatin is high in collagen, so it is good for the skin and helps healing cuts, etc. Now, this is the stuff they need to be teaching in school. They just be like, go sit down and eat your lunch, hurry up and chew your food, and get outside. Moving forward, while Jello can be a beneficial food for hospitalized patients, it is important to know that it is not a complete meal. It should be part of a balanced diet. Case in point, when Tarsus had the Jello with hot dogs in it, that made his Jello meal a complete balanced diet. Very good. So, having said that, I have seen not the evolution of Jello. Come on. I don't know how long I'm going to be here today. I wanted to pick a topic that was fun, fancy, and free, to which it is. But something so simplistic as Jello is sparking all these questions that I probably bogarted my mom with and ran her crazy. Let me see here. So, can Jello promote wound healing? As I turn the page over to prepare for more questions, the evolution of Jello, EVOLUTION of Jello. But it's like kids ask questions because they don't know anything per se. So you have to, it's your responsibility up to a certain point to teach them all this stuff. So kids are going to raise themselves, but nowadays that's the world we are in now. Kids are deciding to rest heavily on AI, artificial intelligence, because their parents or caregivers aren't giving them the answers. I can guarantee you, if AI overview came out during my time, I would have learned so much stuff. I would have learned so much stuff, and did my own court paperwork to emancipate myself from my parents. But that's for another story. So you can have jelly joy whilst you're with skin benefits. Exactly. So it's a 2-in-1. Yes, you're happiness, and it helps with the collagen. I didn't know that. Perhaps once in a lifetime brought up during the early 90s when supermodeling was at its highest. Supermodeling is still a thing, but in this early 90s, you know, when all the girls were still doing their thing, like I believe Armani, Tyra, all those people of that time who were actually breaking history, it seems as though I've heard that before. Like a little health tip, they're showing them like behind the scenes getting ready for the runway and the busy life. Things are going, but the cameramans are having like a spontaneous interview with the models, and they're like, what do you eat? You know, and they did mention like a cube of cheese. That's scary. You know, they're hungry, but they have to go and change and run up the runway and model. One of the models did mention that they would give them cubes of cheese to keep them fueled up until they could go eat. But something in the back of my radar was like, I think that might be all they eat because they're so thin. But that was the standard back then for modeling. Modeling sound fun back then. What girl coming up would not want to be a model, even for just the thought of saying they're a model? But having to stay skinny like that, that's not for me. I want to eat some food. I don't want people going around talking about with clipboards talking about LA, you can't eat french fries because it's grease. And an air fryer wasn't born back then, you know. It's just too much. LA was like, I will do a short stream about Jello. 6 hours later, oh no, I opened Pandora's box again. Exactly. I was not expecting this from Jello. We are 45 minutes in, and I'm still on my first question. We might as well just sit in our rocking chairs or sit out on the porch in those built-in rocking chairs, that swinging rocking chairs. Get us a glass of lemonade, because we gonna be here until the sun comes up and the roosters start crowing and the sun comes up. Or unless hunger takes over me too tough and I cannot focus enough and I have to end the live stream and go eat. I'm just gonna breathe deeply, close my eyes and pace myself like the college professors do. It really seems fun to be some type of college professor, because basically, low-key, that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching, I'm educating myself. You guys are learning or just hanging out listening, you know, and just talking about one topic for an extensive amount of time, because there's no one such thing as one topic, because within that one topic is a multiverse of topics being stirred up and birthed from that topic. I.e., I'm here asking, why do they serve Jello in hospitals? And I done sidebarred and deviated into talking about the modeling industry in the early 90s. Now, how in the heyday, which is a fun game, how in the heyday did I get from Jello to models? I know why. Clippity cloppity clippity cloppity. It's because of what Tarsi said in those comments. He said in the comments that that's what people use for collagen. That's what he said. Yeah, collagen. People eat Jello because of collagen purposes. And you, LA, started talking about supermodels and all that stuff and how they eat Jello and blah, blah. Thank you. Thank you for the gentle reminder, I guess. Let me lift up my phone and adjust the cord under here. I don't want this cord to remain bent. Let me straighten it out so I don't damage my merchandise. I mean, I have to take care of my products, like my mouse and stuff, so we don't I don't have to find myself trying to order another one. Good morning. What's going on, Andre Goodson? Long time no see. Welcome in. Good morning to you. It is a glorious and adventurous 5:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are talking about Jello. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Supermodels are nearly as high in collagen as Jello. Jello is yeah, I didn't want to go into that ballpark of the round because that's exactly what I was thinking in the back of my mind while I was saying, I know they just cannot live on cheese cubes alone and Jello. Unfortunately, there is an underbelly in all things.
And the sad reality of underbellies is that underneath my belly is empty. So that means I need to go get something to eat. That's the sad underbelly of my story. That's the sad underbelly about my belly. About my underbelly.
Yes, I get it.
My underbelly is empty. I'm going to eat.
Well, fix me something while you in the kitchen. Can you fix me something too?
It's all you. I'm fixing food for myself.
Selfish. He won't even fix me anything. I'm up here doing all the hard labor, heavy lifting, and he not even gonna fix me nothing. I tell you, good help is so hard to find. Good help is so hard to find. I just cannot today. Going in the kitchen to fix food and talk about some, I'm not fixing you nothing. Whatever. While Jello can be a beneficial food for hospitalized patients, it is important to note that it is not a complete meal and should be part of a balanced diet. So I will copy and paste this in here for the heck of it all. Just an FYE. Here's a fun fact about Jello. I think the TV stopped. I have the TV on in the background. Nope. Are you still watching? What difference does it make if I'm still watching Netflix? We pay for the service. That's all that should matter. Check the ingredients. Oh no, Andre Goodson. Now we have another question to ask. With this one question, I have comprised about 4 to 5 different questions. I'm going to write that down because I want to know that too. What are in the ingredients of Jello? Angela. Shout out to my grandpappy, rest in peace. He'll say, Jella. Y'all get y'all some Jella. Go around in that fur world, get y'all some Jella.
Jelly, I still get jelly.
There's a song by one of the Jonas Brothers, and he sung it with Tinashe, and it was called Jealous. And he's talking about how his girl is so beautiful, and when she goes around other guys, he gets jealous, even though he knows they're an item. He's got the hottest girl on the planet, and she's got to do her work and work around other guys. He still gets jealous. It's a cute song, but at the end, he says, I still get jealous. And so I instantly was like, turned it into this guy saying,
I still get jelly, baby, jelly.
I'm like, okay. So that's an ongoing joke around the house, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes.
Jelly.
That's actually a great song. It is a great song. It's got a nice little beat. It's got a George Michael feel to it to me. I like George Michael's songs. It's got a fresh beat in it. It's a cool vibe. It's like really nice. It's really cool. It kind of sounds like one of Taylor Swift songs too. Shouts out T Swift. But that sounds like another song with Taylor Swift. It's got that beat in it. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm trying to make sure I don't bend the mouse cord. Food color flavor, sugar, and gelatin from racehorse hooves and hedgehogs. Unfortunately, the way I read it out, it sounds like a hook for a rap song. What in the hocus pocus is going on? Food color flavor, sugar, gelatin from racehorse. These are the ingredients that you need to comprise your magic jello. Magic jello, now served in stores everywhere. Limited edition. Halloween special. Hocus Pocus Jello. So if they're selling limited edition Hocus Pocus Jello, what color should the Jello be for a limited time? Black? Black Jello. Have you seen black Jello? There's licorice that's black. There's licorice. I've seen licorice that's black, red, blue, and let me see, and maybe even orange over the years through advancing times of food. Elmer's glue, basically. Oh, snap. Don't tell me that. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. There's a man going around on YouTube. I'm not going to release his name because the dude, he's so far up in the thought process of conspiracy theories. Unfortunately, just mentioning his name might get me flagged, honestly. But nonetheless, he is still on YouTube. But there is a theory going around that milk is glue. I'm like, stop saying that. Don't tell me that. Yeah. I cannot. Don't tell me that. Not milk. I like milk. But I can't say this, though. In the commercials, when they do advertisements for milk, in the How It's Made TV series of it all, to make the milk look really good when they're pouring it out, they would use glue. But for the commercial to make the food look more appealing.
So you mean to tell me when we watching these food commercials, they not really using food?
Yes, my friend. Unfortunately, it's not really food. It's falsified to make it look enhanced and make it look real.
That ain't right. I'm suing.
Hey, I'm with you. Add me into that. Add us all in so when your payday come, we can get paid too.
I'll do that.
Wow, he'll do that. Okay, I'll take that. It won't make me breakfast, but he'll add us into the civil lawsuit so we can, when he win, we win too. So I'm here for it. Yeah. Paper mache, Elmer's glue, basically. Now, I unfortunately was told growing up that that's where glue is made from. Horse hooves. Now, what in the mad scientists of it all will even have the creepy moxie to have a thought transpire in their mind to say, I was in the laboratories and a thought just crossed my mind that horse hooves probably make some fine glue. What? I don't want to be near somebody like that, because if you get invited over for dinner, you might become the science project. Steer clear from mad scientists at all costs, because if you go over there for dinner, you go come out of that house, if you make it out, a changed person. I'm like, I heard that eggs are from chick. Exactly. That's that. And let's keep it simple. I'm not trying to go all into the, what is it, mad scientists of it all, the twilight zone of it all. Let's leave that for another day. At Jollibee, you can get Joy Chicken and enjoy Jollibee. Yeah, we talked about that, and I don't remember if we have one here or not. But I would like to go to Jollibee's Chicken simply because their food have a lot of happiness phrases in their terms when they serve it. How could you not be happy about going to Jollibee, getting you some joyful chicken? I like the name. Y'all, did you know there's a deep dive overview for this question? We are an hour in, and your girl LA is still on the first question. Looks like it's gonna be a long day today. Why do they serve Jello in hospitals? A deep dive overview. Who would have thought? I'm about to put some chicken legs in the chat. CHICK chicken. I'm typing in chicken and it's not showing me chicken legs. CHICKEN. Chicken leg. Come on. The computer trying to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Chicken legs in the chat. Yow. Okay, so let me minimize this so I can fit all of the information into the screen. Thank you guys so much for your support. I see it over here on the screen, the happinesses and all the 100s and stuff. Thank you so much. In addition, we've gained more likes as well. Thank you. Thank you. We're almost at 10. Hospitals serve Jello because it's easy to digest, helps with hydration, and is an easy to provide food for patients on restricted diets. That's a simple answer. For patients recovering from surgery or illness, Jello offers a gentle, palatable option that still delivers some calories and fluid. I said palatable the first time flawlessly and effortlessly. I saw that word and I remember hearing that in like fashion shows. That's the only reason I know how to say it. Reason hospitals serve Jello. Jello has a hyphen in it. Has Jello all? Here we go. Here's another question. Y'all, it's the gift. Jello is the gift that just keep on giving. Jello, I'm typing that in. That just keeps on giving. I cannot. Let me look for a present. Present, or put in gift. GIFT. And let me find laugh. LAU. Y'all, my stomach is growling. I'm gonna make it through this. Ellie's bringing out her clipboard, so that means she thought of another question to ask. Number 6. Y'all, I'm getting nowhere fast today. I don't feel no waste time. Oh. Do Jello, how can I ask this question? Do Jello have a hyphen in it? How do you spell Jello? Do you spell Jello? Or like, I'm trying to figure out how I can ask this question. It's like Jello didn't always have a hyphen in it. Jello didn't always have a hyphen in it. And it didn't. Well, I had the question written down enough for my comprehension. The list is getting longer, y'all. It's obvious that Jello will make you gallop due to the horse hooves. What's going on, Mr. Thinker? Good morning to you. You have a great show. Once again, I've subscribed to Mr. Thinker. He's got really good videos on there. For those of you who want to stay hip to the game of YouTube and the evolution of where YouTube is going, far as the content creators of today, who's basically in charge, because I know my place in life. I'm an OG of YouTube, and I gladly know where to sit. So Mr. Thinker's platform, to which I like, keeps me informed of all the modern day YouTubers and where they're going and their dramas and stuff that they have going on. Tarsus is another one if you're interested. He's got shorts over there. I follow Tarsus as well. He's one of my cool peeps. So anyone over here, I do my best to go over and give you a shout out when I can. But yes, Tarsus he's got good shorts over there that I've commented on. And then let me go back up. Mr. Thinker is good too. And we've got Judge Shady Court at the perfect time. I follow her too. And I watch hers too. Now, side note, I do have a burner account. So I watch channels on my regular platform and on my burner account. I like having multiple accounts because it helps keep my thought processes separated. So like one day I may just want to sit back and detox from the YouTube of it all. So I'll go to a YouTube account where it's just talking about holistic things like gardening, things that are totally separate from my timeline of me studying stuff. So I do respond in that way too. But yeah, guys, this is really fun. It's great to see a lot of people in here who have creative minds. While you're on the line, like Funky Dineva say, while I have you guys on the line, I want to encourage you to continue being bold, being you, being creative, and stepping outside of your shell and outside of your box and finding creative, clever ways to deliver your content. It's really a fun thing, and it's a brave step to be on YouTube, daring to be you, because people like to laugh. But what's new? They laughed when you're in high school, they're gonna laugh now. So can you believe it? We are an hour in and I am still on the same question, and I am not intentionally dragging this out.
Oh yes, she's intentionally dragging this out. I know this.
This, my friends, is an example of hater. She is hating. I'm not intentionally dragging this out. Please sit down. Sit down. I'm still on the same topic at hand. It's no pressure. It's no pressure. Thank you so much for that. You guys are really cool. So we're still talking about Jello. Did you know there is a deep dive for the question? And within that, I wrote down another question within this question. Easy to digest, provides hydration, part of a clear liquid diet, delivers nutrients and energy, helps meet dietary guidelines, soothing and palatable. I said it smooth again. Ow! And a familiar comfort food. Jello is a familiar item for many patients and can provide a psychological boost. Psychological boost, which can be beneficial for healing. Oh, wow. Considerations for Jello alternatives. Here we go. Now, then we talk about diet Jello. I am worried, y'all, that when I read this, diet Jello is actually going to be an actual thing, an actual food to consume. And I was just hoping it was a fairy tale. I am going to put on my brave boots and walk through the jungles of the safari as we deep dive into AI overview and read the considerations for Jello alternatives. What can be a Jello alternative? Nothing. All you get is nothing. Air and imagination. That's my educated guess. That's my hypothesis. I'm going to turn the paper in and my teacher's going to give me a big fat F. All right, I'm going into the safari of it all. Considerations for Jello alternative. As hospital foods have evolved, you don't say. Some institutions are moving towards less processed foods. Less processed foods. For patients only on liquid diets, facilities like Sanford Healthcare have started to replace highly processed options with fresher alternatives, like house-made smoothies or soups. Okay, come on, smoothies. I'm here for the smoothies. Smoothies and soups. For patients with dietary restrictions like vegetarians or vegans, vegans, hospitals serve non-gelatin based foods since traditional gelatin is an animal product. I'm getting dizzy. And I'm getting scared. I don't walk down the rabbit hole of knowledge, and once you learn something, you cannot unlearn it. I'm shrinking. I'm shivering. I walk down the rabbit hole of knowledge, and I've learned something I cannot unlearn. Y'all was right. Andre Goodson, Tarsus, if it says it's gelatin is an animal product, so that means that it do have horse hooves in it. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Real monsters. I'm reverse crying. I am beginning to cry internally over this revelation that how can they turn parts of animals into Jello? What in the mad scientist is going on? I am weeping for the animals. I am weeping in my soul like how I wept for Drake when that song came out and it put him 6 feet under musically. I wept for Drake. Now I'm weeping for animals everywhere. In the name of Jello, what are they feeding us? I'm sad. I have to lift my head up. I'm zoning out, y'all. I'm going into a sunken place. Help me. Help me. Pull me out. I'm going into the sunken place of revelation. I need some water.
Exactly. She might need something stronger than that.
Be quiet. This is a family show. A family show. Rice cakes. Let me go back up here and see what y'all talking about. Y'all, I went to a sunken place of knowledge, and that took me out. I had to come back to us, LA. Come back to us. Let me go back up here. You can put a hyphen in Jello, but I don't know how good it would taste. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Jello. Oh, that's funny. I see you're coming. Jello. Oh, meow, meow, meow. I like that. Me too, says Judge Shady. Yes, your honorable judge. The brand Jello is hyphenated. Well, since when though? Because when I grew up, I thought it was just Jello. Thank you guys so much. Seaweed is used as vegan alternative. You trying to just make me go back into my sunken place, huh, Tarsus? Oh, man. This topic is taking me out, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to have to get drugged out of this office. Get me a burger. Quick, I need something. I need something to eat. Quick, get me something greasy to eat. Hurry up. Like in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they brought that, his best friend came from Philly and brought him that chili cheesesteak. And the bag was brown. It was a brown paper bag, but it was so greasy you could see right through it. I need 2 orders of that. I need 2 orders of what they're having. I need my food to be so greasy right now that you can see through it because it's so greasy. This Jello, just talking about the intakes of this Jello is making me weak, fatigue as if I'm on a liquid diet. Or like your Honorable Judge Shady Court says, a rich folks diet where they drink diet water, diet jello, diet salads. I must be having an outer body experience right now where I am putting myself into the shoes of the wealthy. And no wonder the world is falling apart, because I'm starting to feel lightheaded and delusional. So I can only imagine, cue the song, I can only imagine. I can only imagine how they feel when they have to deal with world issues and people coming at them with heavy hitter questions. Heavy. The world is falling apart because these people don't have enough food in their bodies. I figured it out. I'm having a revelation. In order to gain knowledge, you have to go into the dark places to come out through the other side to be in the divine light. Ah, it's too close. Ah, my hair. Boom. Ah, my head. Like Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, Michael Jackson. The world is falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. The world is falling to pieces because the people who run in the world on the saddest diet ever. They're not getting no type of nutrition. They walking around here dizzy and ditzy and lightheaded, just like I feel. How can you make any sound decisions when you're not in your right mind? Heck, we grew up poor and we was always hungry. I was never in my right mind. It's a miracle I graduated. So you mean we have people running the world who's hungry? I get it now. Let me put some planet Earths in the chat. Heal the world, make it a better place. Let's heal the world. Heal. Let me put this in here. I cannot even spell heal right. I still feel lightheaded. I still must be experiencing my outer body experiences of putting myself in other people's shoes. That's why we're not getting anywhere. Let's heal world. Let's make it a better place by feeding the people in charge greasy food. GREASY food. There. And let me put some hearts in here too, so I can get my point across fully. Let me get ready to put those hearts in here. I done figured it out. They should be paying me every time I'm on the scene. I'm coming up with wonderful ideas to make this world a better place. How about Jello sandwiches using the rice cakes as bread? You know, that's about as good as it's gonna get far as an alternative anything in reference to Jello, because all you have next after that is water and ice cubes. We have two options for you, Shirley. Why you in here recovery, since you on a special diet? Since you want to be bad and bougie and you don't want Jello, the only alternative you have is rice, ice cubes, flavor water, a Jello sandwich. Oh, what's a Jello sandwich? It consists of two finely it consists of two rice cakes, organic rice cakes with Jello sandwiched in between. Oh, you know what? That actually sounds splendid. I think I'll have a Jello rice cake. What are Jello alternatives Y'all, this is sad. This is so sad. What are Jello alternatives? And by way of, let me see, Andre Goodson talking about rice cakes. Now you know how my mind works. That's why y'all typing all this stuff. Let's get her sidetracked. But since Andre brought up rice cakes, I instantly thought about that episode on Bill Cosby. Okay. When Cliff Huxtable had to go on the diet and Claire gave him a bag of rice cakes and he was so disgusted. He was up there eating those rice cakes like he was chewing with his mouth all open, and the food was dry. And I like how they zoomed in on the camera and he really laid it on thick about how bad those rice cakes were. Hey, that's what it's gonna have to be, because I'm still on question number 1. Tune in next Thursday for Jello episode 2. What's going on, owls? Welcome in, hanging with the cool peeps. Thank you so much. Had to drop in. Hope everyone is doing well. We are. We're feeling good, feeling great. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for dropping in, owls. Happy evening to you. Good morning to some. Good evening to others. We are in here talking about Jello, and I'm quite sure you are not surprised. I, LA, am still on the first question of the said topic, and I have not driven the car out of the parking lot yet. I'm still in the parking lot of this thought process of question 1, and I'm having a field day. And unfortunately, I have comprised a list of additional questions just from the first topic at hand, which is when you came in reading that Tarsus was like, it looks like it's gonna be a part 2. It's looking like it's gonna be a part 2 to this, because I am still stuck. I'm not stuck on stupid, thankfully.
Are you sure about that, Elay?
If you don't go make breakfast, get out of here.
What's going on now? Good morning, bro.
Okay. Where am I? Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in, Owls. You are a busy working man also. You have a lot of stuff to do. Owls, he's got work to do. He got work to do. He got a job to do. Thank you for coming in. Cheers to you too. Thank you so much. A round of applause for Owls. Another hardworking, cool peeps in our community. You gotta pay the cost to be the boss. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys' your dedication, man, all together. So we've read all of this stuff. Let me go up to the top here. There is a deep dive overview into why do they serve Jello in hospitals, and lo and behold, the rabbit hole off did go down. You know, I think I have an emoji with that. Yeah, I do. I have an emoji, so let me put a rabbit in here, RABB. And then I do have a whole emoji, HOLE. And so I went down the rabbit hole again. So I went down the rabbit and some things about Jello as I load that on there. And my next question, see, I almost forgot to add that. So, is Jello, oh no, really made of animals? Why? What in the savage name is going on? When I look back after writing that question down, so is Jello really made of animals? I'm like, humans can be savages, can't we? Humans can be savages. No wonder the aliens are coming back to assess the planet. I think I had to assess us too. But we already know my cool peeps. My cool peeps and I are exempt, so we won't be getting into trouble with the aliens. We're all good over here. So, reasons hospitals serve Jello. Easy to digest. For patients with digestive issues, nausea, or who are recovering from surgery, Jello is very easy to eat and keep down. It is often one of the first foods served after an operation. Operation cut you open. Provides hydration. Provides hydration because Jello is mostly water. It helps keeps patients hydrated. This is especially important for patients who are not drinking enough liquids on their own. Now, I didn't know that Jello provides hydration. I thought it was just Jello. You eat it, it's fun, and that's that. It's kind of like a pastime, like ice cream. You guys want to go out and get some ice cream? Yeah, let's go. I'm not thinking about the health benefits of ice cream, nor am I thinking about the health benefits of Jello. It's just I'm gonna go get some Jello. Okay, go take the child, go get some Jello. I had no idea that it was good for that. We make Jello out of cows and horses and salt from chickens. The humanity. These chickens have been delivered to you divinely pre-salted. Pre-salted chickens? Yes, pre-salted chickens. Now the pre-salted chickens are a little more expensive, but we do have regular corn-fed farm-raised chickens. You know, the standard size chickens. They're at the back of the farm. Back of the farm, yeah, that's probably more of my pay grade. Can you take me to the back of the farm? I want some traditional standard size chickens. Okay, yeah, let me go get my gloves and my boots, and we'll head on back to the back of the farm so you can see the lesser valued price chickens. Sure, I'll wait. Salted chickens. Chickens come pre-salted. What do? Inject the chickens with salt now? What are we doing here? Injecting chickens with salt? You can put electrolytes in Jello for better hydration, or it can make... Exactly. I've heard about the Jello shots growing up when I entered my college days about that. Exactly. Yeah, and the putting the Pedialyte in there, that makes prime sense. That I like that idea. Electrolyte Jello. Tarsus, come on. I'm adding to the list. ELOTROLYTE. Did I spell electrolyte right? ELOTROLYTE. Yeah, do you know what that means? Say ELOTROLYTE. Do you know what that means? It's electrolytes. It's electrolytes. It's electrolytes. Electrolyte Jello. I was about to write on here something else. Electrolyte jelly. Now that sounds dangerous. Now we're dipping into jellyfish territory. A shocking mistake. Electrolyte Jello. You can put Pedialyte in Jello. PEDYALITE in Jello. There was another point. This is crazy. Your college days when you were studying your Jello PhD. Yes, exactly. Because Your Honor Judge, she already has her PhD in Jello, which is why she knew the answer when I asked, why do they serve Jello in hospitals in the first place? I need to go enroll in some online classes so I can learn more stuff about Jello, right? They give electrolyte Jello to your different cyclists and marathon runners. I didn't know they got Jello. All I ever saw when I would watch that on TV is them getting cups of water, and it'd be thousands of cups everywhere. Where do all the cups go after the race is over? Who was out there cleaning up all those cups? Do you know, Tarsus? Is it a voluntary job? The Tour de France now hiring. Yeah, what we want you to do at Tour de France is go around cleaning up all of this mess of cups that the cyclists use when they drink their water real fast, spray it over their faces, and throw the cup down on the ground. We need you, and all of you to go around with these sharp poking sticks and these plastic garbage bags and start picking up all these cups. By the time they get everything cleared up, because the Tour de France goes from sea to shining sea, by the time they finish cleaning up, it's time for them to start setting back up again for the Tour de France. And the cycle never ends. It keeps continuing. It's a vicious, endless cycle. I can't say, in the name of job security, I'll take that job. Because I know as soon as I'm done picking up my last cup, I gotta go right back to the start line and start picking up cups again. It's a simple job. Just pick up the cups and wait for Friday to get your check. Next Thursday, Jello episode 2 of 12, they have a cup guy. They need a cup army. You
mean to tell me?
Here we go. Look what you've done.
You mean to tell me they only have just one cup guy going around picking up all the cups for the Tour de France? Marseille, beaucoup, lasagna.
Don't be like that.
You mean to tell me they only have one person going around picking up all them cups?
They need an army. Tarsus says they have a cup guy. Heaven have mercy on the cup guy. You know how they say, it's a little saying that they say in the kitchen for like women who cook, you know, bless the cook, but bless the person who has to clean up behind the chef. Bless this mess. Yeah. So I tell you, let me write something down, because that I need to make that a potential topic. That might be a potential topic. So let me put possible topics. Brought to you by Tarsus. So if I make this a topic, I'll definitely give you a shout out for thinking of this topic. So I'm writing it down. The Tour de France. Who in the world? Let's see. Okay, I'm writing this down. All them cups. That's a good question and a possible topic. Where this is gonna be an on-running thing. Where is the mouse? Y'all, let me go over here and check something out. I have my cereal here. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it around to eat it, but I have it because just in case. And here we are, an hour and a half in. Same topic, same question. LA, what you doing, girl? I need to be quiet so I don't accidentally push the wrong button. I'm going into, let me look in here. Good morning, everybody, and good evening to some. Thank you so much for coming in. We're on here talking about Jello, Flubber, jellyfish, and just jiggly food in general. But y'all, I'm still stuck on Jello. It's a deep world in Jello. It's a rabbit hole that I was not prepared to unearth. It's just unearthing one topic after the other. I have a list of things in reference to just the one question I've asked. I even went down into a sunken place and had an outer body experience and witnessed full on how the ritzy people who run the world, why they make such terrible decisions. And the answer is because they're on a fancy smancy diet. That's what, the fancy smancy diet of diet Jello, diet water, diet salads, a few cheese slices here and there. Of course, I wouldn't be in my right mind to make sound decisions if I'm running on fumes constantly and then I had to use my mind. Oh no, I'm gonna make some awful decisions. So that's the conclusion I've come to in this wonderful hour and a half talking about Jello. The reasons hospitals serve Jello. Part of a clear liquid diet. Clear liquids like gelatin are used before certain medical procedures. We do know that. But for the record, I am going to put that in here because for the ones coming in, they can learn something. Delivers nutrition and energy. Jello contains sugar and gelatin. Wait a second. In my mind, when I think of gelatin, I just think that sugar is gelatin, not sugar and gelatin. Like a one in the same situation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a one in the same situation. I don't know why you're so concerned. There's absolutely no need to be concerned over Jello, whether or not it's sugar or not. Don't worry your wee little selves. Delivers nutrition and energy. Jello contains sugar and gelatin, which provides calories and some protein. Protein? How? Where?
It's because it's made from animal parts. That's the part they don't want to tell you. Run, LA, run!
Jello contains sugar and gelatin, which provides calories and some protein to aid in recovery. The gelatin contains amino acids like glycine, proline, which have an anti-inflammatory properties and can help with wound healing. Now, I did not know Jello had anti-inflammatory stuff to help healing. Boy, if you don't learn something every day, who is not learning something every day? Woo. How can you not? I did not know that. So let me put this down here. Another Jello fun fact. Does Jello really? Wow. Looks like I'm going to be buying me a few Jello cups today. Does Jello really have anti-inflammatory properties? I'm learning a lot today, and I'm happy about that. It helps me dietary guidelines. I think the main reason why is the joy Jello brings. Maybe they're putting, oh no, dun, dun, dun. Jello is happy and joyous and jiggly. It's a happy food. But how could you? Oh, never mind. I just answered my question. But I'm going to say it out loud again, though, because what I was thinking is how if Jello brings so much joy and happiness, why don't they serve it in Happy Meals? My next question following that was going to be, how could they serve Jello in Happy Meals? Because when you place it in the bag and the food is hot, supposedly it's supposed to be hot, it might melt the Jello. Then I thought about this. Jello cups. They have Jello pudding cups, which are so good and fun to eat Jello pudding. Then they have Jello in the cup regular. So they could serve Jello. Wouldn't that be cool if McDonald's served Jello? I'd be so on that. Helps meet dietary guidelines. The sweet taste and calories in Jello help meet the calorie goals specified in a patient's dietary plan. This is especially useful for patients with low appetite. Now, when I have a low appetite, I have less days where I'm under the weather, thank God. My husband really been taking care of me, man. It's crazy. So I don't have many sick days like I used to in my past, but I will always lose my appetite. But my go-to though for when I couldn't get an appetite, my fail-safe was and still is French fries because they're easy and I like French fries, they're simplistic, and or a milkshake. So that would be my basis. So when I was not unable to eat, I would have a milkshake and or some fries, and then I would build on that. I never thought to look at Jello that way. So that's another thing I can add to my roster. So the gelatin contains amino acids like glycerin, proline, which have anti-inflammatory properties. We read that. It meets dietary guidelines, guys. This is especially useful for people with low appetite. Because, like Hartarsha said an hour ago, what did you say? Your neighbor brought you over Jello, and it had hot dogs in it. There's your protein in your 2-in-1, so you can eat. So that's pretty cool. Soothing and palatable. The soft, smooth texture is gelatin on the patient's. The soft, smooth texture is gentle on a patient's throat for those with sore throat or mouth issues. That makes sense. Jello provides a pleasant and comforting food option that doesn't require chewing. Now, like, I don't recall ever hearing doctors mention Jello unless it just went in one ear and out the other, because I remember, like, if you go to the dentist and you have some dental work done, like say getting your wisdom teeth taken out or something like that, or a tooth extraction in general, you had to eat soft foods for a day or few, like yummy mashed potatoes. I like mashed potatoes, so that wasn't a big issue for me. Or ice cream, num 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 num, or popsicles, but I prefer ice cream over popsicles, right? So yeah, so I don't recall hearing a dentist telling me, "Oh, you get some Jello." It was always ice cream, and that's what I got. And even in hospitals, I would hear mentions of ice cream because they had soft served ice cream. No, 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 no. I like soft served ice cream. Let me look for an ice cream. Ice CECR. There it is. I found the ice cream cone, guys. Familiar comfort food. Jello is a familiar item for many patients and can provide a psychological boost, which can be beneficial for healing. I want to exercise some restraint. Why would you want to exercise some restraint, LA? Well, you're coming up with thousands of topics for future reference. It's not like you're at the buffet table not exercising restraint and taking all the cookies from the dessert table, knowing that everyone else behind you want the cookies. So how is Jello comfort food? How is Jello comfort food? Speaking of comfort food, my mind keeps going back to Oprah Winfrey. When she had an episode, I believe, of comfort food. And comfort food is like mashed potatoes, gravy, smothered pork chops, smothered pork steak. Once again, mashed potatoes, gravy, yes, with peas. Jello, peas, and gravy. Jello, peas, and gravy. I wonder if Jello, peas, and gravy. So when you chose your Jello, what color Jello would you choose? I'm thinking purple Jello. Wouldn't that be glorious? Wow. So I'm going to read this section right here once again because it took me down the rabbit hole of thought processes where I just completely lost it. As hospital food, considerations for Jello alternatives. Considerations for Jello alternatives as hospital food has evolved. Some institutions are moving toward less processed food for patients. On liquid-only diets, facilities like Sanford Healthcare have started to replace highly processed options with fresher alternatives, like house-made smoothies and soups. I really like that idea. Making food in-house, as it should be. For patients with dietary restrictions like like vegetarians or vegans, hospitals serve non-gelatin-based foods, since traditional gelatin is an animal product. I am going to put the restraints there and not allow that thought process to send me down into my sunken place. How in the Hades is Jello made from animal parts? Something so glorious and magical and jiggly. I'm not going there. Don't go there, LA. Don't go there. Let me type in space and see if I'll get a UFO. UFO. Oh, come on. Let me go through here and find my UFO emoji. The UFO emoji. There's the taxi cab. We talked about that yesterday. I'm looking for... Where is it? Wow! I see a ship. A bell. Oh my gosh, where's the UFO emoji? I have to do it the old school way. Isn't that something? UFO. UFO. It'll pop up over here. Come on, computer, work with me, not against me. We're friends. We're friends. We're friends, computer. Why are you doing this to me? I need you to provide for me the UFO emoji. There's a truck, a roller coaster. Oh, a roller skate. There it is. I found it. If you take chickens to the beach, you get chicken salt. After this, referring to your chicken salt when we were talking about pretending we were on the farm, shopping for choice chickens on the farm. Choice chickens down on the farm. Bob Evans Choice Chickens. We're like, we have a modern day chickens here where they come already salted. Pre-salted chickens. Yes, we serve pre-salted chickens. What are you doing with those pre-salted chickens? Injecting them with salt? I want some regular chickens from back in the day. Those are less expensive. Y'all, I know what I'm going to do. I am going to have to, just like Tarsis said, and I'm quite sure many of my cool peeps have agreed. I did not expect to come on this live stream and have so much to talk about in reference to Jello. It was supposed to be a simple topic. And I have come up with at least 9 different questions. What is Jello made from? Can Jello promote wound healing? The evolution of Jello. What are in the ingredients of Jello? Do Jello have a hyphen in it? What are the Jello food alternatives? So is Jello really made of animals? Electrolyte Jello. Can you put Pedialyte in Jello? Does Jello really have anti-inflammatory properties? How is Jello comfort food? These are the many questions that LA have thought of just from the one topic at hand. And that one topic at hand, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children's pets, plants, animals, aliens, and all unidentified living, breathing organisms here on planet Earth. I was not expecting to have 9 to 10 additional questions in the reference of Freestyle Thursdays being about Jello. On the thumbnail, where you come in, for some of you who are watching me, well, through her, it's not horizontal because I don't have that set up yet, but if you are watching through the home feed, you'll see a thumbnail of Jello. You'll see a jellyfish on it, and you'll see the Flubber guy. I was going to get around talking about those points, but like I said before, when Owls was in here, I haven't even left the parking lot with this chain of thought. I'm going to take a small break, fuel up, eat some cereal, and probably just leave this Freestyle Thursdays as the Jello. But in the Jello part 1. How did this happen? Also, the vegan Jello was a whole nother rabbit hole. Explosion emoji. Where's my ink pen? The music even cut off for that. Tarsus, when I read that out, after you typed it and I read it out loud, it's like even the music in the background cut off. Like, whoa, what in the heck? What in the HIJKLMNO and the P is going on? Vegan Jello. The history of Jello. Y'all, this is crazy. Talk about expanding your minds by expanding the topic. So I also put down vegan Jello as number 12 and number 13, the history of Jello. Looks like, unbeknownst to myself, me just coming in here, hanging out with my cool peeps, drinking water. Where is my tea? I knew I was missing something. I keep sipping on that water, but y'all, I made myself some tea. It's under the desk. I moved it under the desk so I don't accidentally spill it over. But I sure could use the healing benefactors of the tea, so I can rest my voice. There we go. Dang it. So who would have thought by me coming in here and talking about food that moves and jiggle that I was going to be setting up, unbeknownst to myself, a series about Jello? Well, we're coming to the 2nd hour mark, and this is a great place for me to end the live stream because it looks like I done looked up and went down another rabbit hole of thought and then created a whole nother series, a whole new world. Mondays and Tuesdays, you get Morning Moo, helping you and Moo power move your work week. On Wednesdays, there will be something else in place of Wednesdays, but nonetheless, I will be here same time, same station on Wednesdays. I'll have you know, excuse me, I have concluded the Exploring the YouTube Bible series. I woke up and I thought of a title for the Exploring the YouTube Bible, and actually that was the last question. So Exploring the YouTube Bible series is finished. A round of applause for everyone who came in and showed up. Thank you guys so much for coming in for that. Thursdays, which is today, you get me in my regular clothes, just being me, shooting the breeze with my cool peeps, and I'm talking about random topics. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about some of the times. So it's like a topic roulette. Thank you so much for coming in, Tarsus. Have a good one. Fridays, all have, backed by popular demand. We have your boy Hercules the Shark. Take care. Have a great day. You too. Tarsus, thank you so much. Hercules said hello, and he said he's been responding to your comments on YouTube, so that's cool. I'm glad he has his own something so he can comment to you guys. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I had a great time. I had some surprise guests come in and show up and show out on this live stream. Hercules is your boy. You guys are becoming to be like this now. So that's that on that. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, good morning, and or good night. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.